All right, so I want to go and react to this. Shout out to Mike for posting this as always on Twitter. But I want to go and react to Teddy K, as we call him, the father of this team, talking about the upcoming game versus Jacksonville Jaguars and his thoughts and opinions on everything. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to stop it throughout and then give my thoughts and opinions on what he says. Let's go.
We'll be in silent operation to start in Jacksonville, so how that goes and kind of play it by ear. But Jake's got a great cadence, and we got so many reps with him in camp and now a full game at home, so I'm not worried about that at all.
I will say one thing I really do like, and this is across the board. Every player you do hear talk is very supportive of Jake. It's not like the perspective of like, oh, well, yeah, maybe, we're hoping he'll do good. Everyone's like, I'm confident. He can go out there. He can perform. He can do exactly what we need to. He's going to be the exact person we need for this team. I really, really like that because what that shows is not only togetherness as a team, but it shows like a unit. It shows like, listen, this is all of us together. This is not just one, 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 one. And that's how you lose a team, especially when the season starts going downhill. How you lose a team so quickly is everyone turns on each other. Everyone says, you're the problem, you're the problem, you're the problem, right? Instead, everyone has confidence in one another. They believe in Jake. They believe in this team. And that's how you stay successful even when you have really bad situations like this.
What's the biggest difference, Ted, between Jake in training camp and Jake at this point?
The stakes are higher. Pressure's on to win. We need to get a win, obviously. But I think he's grown a lot. He's got game action now, and we're going to go out and win a game on Monday Night Football.
I will agree with that. If we do beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, all you really have to do here is win. Because if you beat Jacksonville, you're probably going to beat the Colts. You can not easily, but you can beat the Vikings. That's 3 wins in a row. At that point, you're sitting now at a 1% chance to make the playoffs. But if everything else goes correctly with you, you're sitting at a lot higher of a percent chance to make the playoffs. And as long as things keep going your way, things can get very good very quickly. So, I do agree. Just win one game, which is one of the most important wins of the season. And especially Monday Night Football, it's prime time. Chances are, we have a better chance of winning this game than we would if it wasn't prime time. But let's go and continue.
What stood out when you watched the struggles in the running game last week?
Individual assignment execution. I don't think we did anything good enough to encourage more volume of runs. And that's really it.
I think a lot of that, I will say, when it comes to the run game failing, because yes, a lot of it was the offensive line. A lot of it was the fact that we were playing, Pittsburgh. They have a great defense. They knew the mentality going into it. The strategy was stack the box and make Jake Browning beat you over top. So I do understand the perspective of like that game. I will say a million times you could throw it out because okay, that was a very good team we were playing against defensively. And, you're not going to be able to run the ball on that team. Their defense is way too good. Offensive line, well, started off real bad. Did definitely recover after some time. But even then, their strategy never changed because we could never get the ball down the field. Jake held the ball way too long. He took sacks. He threw, obviously, the interception, which was a scripted play to Chase. So it was a game where I say first time playing, first time jitters. Throw it out of the script against Jake here. I think, this game upcoming will be the first true game we'll see him play.
You ever go on the road and you take the crowd out of it, but you stay in silent just for the continuity of it, or?
You can. I think that we did that in San Fran when it was towards the end of the third quarter. We were just sticking in silent even though it wasn't super loud. But again, that's just an in-game adjustment. We can go back and forth out of different cadences very easily.
How much with a new quarterback?
What?
About a new, is it different with a new quarterback?
Yeah, no, we're not considering Jake a new quarterback now. We have, a game and a half with him, at the point. So We're very comfortable with his operation and what he's bringing to the table.
As I say a million times, I'll say it again. You have two options. Do you want to push for the playoffs and go with Will Greer or go with Adrian McCarron? Or do you want to take the risk and see what you have in Jake Browning as your backup quarterback moving forward for the future and potentially lose some of these games and miss the playoffs? And I think, looking more into it more and more, depending on what Jake does the rest of the season, it's probably going to be the latter of the two. It's going to be what we have in Jake Browning moving forward.
How much does this team need a win just to get the confidence going back in the right direction?
I think we need a win just to get a win, man. Our job is to help this team win ball games. So we've been on a skid here. No one loves that. It's a nice edgy Wednesday or Thursday, but Wednesday practice. So we're bringing the energy, and we got a big primetime game against a team fighting for the 1 seed in this conference. So it's gonna be nice to go knock them off Monday Night Football.
What makes the practice edgy?
I'm just a little angry. So yeah, that's how I like to play a little bit sometimes. So that's it.
I will say this is like the perfect trap game too. Like this is a perfect game we would win because we are the trap game here. We are the trap team here. And this is where Jacksonville goes in here. They think, okay, Jake Browning's the starting quarterback. They're going to kind of play down to us, not think we're that much of a competition. And this type of game where we absolutely blow them out of the water. And I would love to see that because that would give us so much confidence moving forward over the rest of this season.
Jake said this Wednesday or this Thursday, whatever it is, felt different than last week. Just having that game behind him, it felt a lot more comfortable and smooth today. Did you get that sense from him? That a little different from the last Wednesday?
I think just in general, we executed better, just all 11 guys. So it was just a smoother, better practice. Guys came to work. Proud of the way this team's handling themselves. We're going to find out a lot about ourselves these next 6 weeks.
Jacksonville's fourth in stopping the run. Is this like a stout, hard to move front?
They have a lot of guys. They play a ton of D linemen. They have a lot of good players up front. So we're going to have our work cut out for us, and we need to go down there and show we can run the ball.
I'll tell you one thing. Teddy is so good at PR. He would be the perfect PR guy possible because he says all the right things at every single correct second. So I love Teddy K, man. This man he's like the dad of the team. Because when he goes out there, he's no bull crap. He just, he's like a dad out there. That's pretty much the best way I could put it. Just how he acts. But with that being said, though, yeah. As he said it best, we're going to have to win, man. And the pressure is on right now. And that's all we can really do against Jacksonville. I mean, every game moving forward, it sucks because, we can't really talk about the future at this point because it really comes down to what other teams do and what we're able to do. We have 6 games ahead of us. We have very tough competition. Browns, Chiefs, Vikings, Colts, and, of course, Jacksonville Jaguars and Pittsburgh Steelers. So we're going to have to win out if we want to make the playoffs. If we don't win out, then we're going to find ourselves in the offseason really reevaluating a lot of things. And we're going to find out over the next 6 weeks, hopefully, where our rookies stand, which rookies are going to be hitting for this team, which rookies might just not work out for us, and that kind of stuff. And again, like I said, it's going to be a long, long 6 weeks, I feel like. This is not going to be an easy process. Because while we're used to success the last 2 years in this area, this is going to be kind of like back in 2020 when, the Joe Burrow injury. So, it is what it is, man. You know what? Can't really go off anything else but that. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.